today. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
We are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. This was the scene a few minutes ago, the dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gautin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a pickup of 8 yards to move him into a 3rd and 13 here. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Bengals bring out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So a first in. Not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now Burrow on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. To throw again on second down. Burrow. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First and goal at the 1.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Escaping the pressure right. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Now Joe Burrow on third and long. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. 87 yards. And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cleveland offense ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this one is incomplete. And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Buying time to his left. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 2nd and 4. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Chubb. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They go play action with Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, he'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. His feet, what he's been able to do individually running the ball, it's kind of kept him in this game.
No doubt about it, because if he's not making the plays that we've seen, They are really getting blown out in this one. I don't think they have any chance at all. He's keeping them in striking distance, hoping to get some help from the defensive side of the ball so that maybe some of these plays can turn into plays that maybe put them in the lead.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll look to throw now on first down. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. 2nd and 10 now, Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. The Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crowd. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And now they're in the hurry up. 2nd and 1. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Well, good job shifting right, finding his target. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2nd and 11. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll run with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And take it right at the 35. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Browns add on to their lead. They'll throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return will stop right around the 25. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now back to throw. And the Browns are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on second and long. Burrow. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off at the 39. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to
dashing through the snow. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
That is caught at the 7. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Back to throw here. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are moving closer to a 15-0 record as they extend their lead here. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Over the middle, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, They need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Throwing again on second down. Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Now it looks like he'll throw here, eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 47.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. From the 35 on second down, Burrow. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. First down, here's Burrow. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Fielded just outside the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cleveland, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the